A long time ago, the galaxy was ruled by the Eridians, the most powerful and technologically advanced extraterrestrial society. They vanished centuries ago, but left behind a few pieces of their technology that became the foundation for human advancement. However, their greatest secrets were placed inside a hidden vault on planet Pandora. Peace was soon replaced by corporations, bandits, and treasure hunters, all fighting to access the vault first, but no one found it. Eventually, a prophecy declared that a daughter of Eridia would open the vault and bring peace back to the planet. In a space prison, prisoner little Tina hears an explosion before the alarm goes off. They're shouting outside her cell, and suddenly a guard opens the door, only to remove his helmet and reveal he's ex-soldier Roland. He's been sent by Tina's father, Atlas, to save her. They run out of the cell just as more guards appear. Roland gets into a wild fight with the guards, firing at them with his gun, or pushing them when possible. Tina tries to run off alone, but Roland grabs her ankle, making her fall. After Roland slams a guard's head against the wall, he drags Tina away, ignoring her protests to return to her cell. Suddenly, a glass cell breaks, and Krieg jumps out, pushing them down. Krieg is a psycho type of bandit who went mad over the obsession with the vault. He uses his immense strength to start taking out the incoming guards. Commander Knox of the Red Lance Army appears, aiming her gun at Krieg, but he throws a guard at her, knocking her down. Krieg then picks up Tina, revealing they are friends. Roland bids farewell to his former commander and agrees to team up with Krieg to escape. A few months later, on planet Promethea, bounty hunter Lilith has caught her latest target and heads to a bar for a drink. Suddenly, she's surrounded by a group of thugs who refuse to leave even when she punches one. They pull out their guns and explain a rich businessman sent them to hire her, but Lilith shoots most of them and knocks down the talkative one. As people run away in panic, a man at the back claps. He's Atlas, the wealthy boss who hired the thugs. Lilith shoots him too, but it's just a decoy body using a holographic mask of Atlas's face. The last thug puts on the mask, and Atlas offers Lilith a job. Go to Pandora and find his daughter, Tina. At first, Lilith refuses, but changes her mind when he offers her a huge sum of money. Atlas kills her bounty so she can start working for him immediately and gives her a beacon that she must activate when she finds Tina. Soon, Lilith arrives on Pandora and immediately has to shoot a nearby monster. She despises the planet, knowing how bad it can get, as she grew up here and her mother died from its dangers. The people who took Tina arrived in a van that has already been vandalized by vault hunters, and Lilith fears Tina may not have survived the crash. However, local children tell her where they last saw Tina. As Lilith searches the area, she constantly encounters psychos trying to attack her, but she easily takes them down. Lilith then takes the bus, but the driver doesn't believe her when she says she isn't a vault hunter, so he drops her in the middle of nowhere. Lilith continues searching the area, while someone watches her from a distance. She finds a wanted poster for Roland but no sign of Tina. At night, Lilith makes camp and hears a noise, so she shoots at a figure in the shadows. It turns out to be a robot called Claptrap, whom Lilith finds very annoying. She keeps shooting at him until Claptrap reveals he can locate people. Lilith gives him Tina's picture, and he quickly finds her, although it will take 132 days to reach her. The next morning, Lilith notices that the Red Lance, Atlas's private army, is also on the planet. They appear to be negotiating with a psycho holding children in a cage. After the Lance leaves, Lilith shoots the cage open and kills the psycho from afar. The children run away, and Lilith takes the vehicle, leaving Claptrap locked in the cage. Thanks to the ride, Lilith travels faster and reaches a junkyard. She opens a container and finds a child's room filled with plush toys. Tina emerges from hiding and claims Roland abandoned her days ago, so Lilith tells her she's taking her home. When she tries to activate the beacon, she drops it, only to find a bunch of explosives under the bed. Tina asks her to pass a plush rabbit, but when Lilith picks it up, it explodes. Lilith jumps out of the container just in time and sees Tina on top of some trucks. The girl starts throwing explosive plushes, forcing Lilith to take cover under her vehicle. The beacon breaks in the process, so Lilith gives it to Claptrap to fix it. Then Lilith points her gun at Tina, making her call out for Krieg. Krieg emerges from an old van and charges at Lilith, who starts shooting at him, but to no avail. They engage in a hand-to-hand fight as they run around. Lilith leads Krieg up a platform and dodges at the last moment, causing him to crash and fall off. As Lilith recovers, she finds Tina pointing a large gun at her. Lilith tries to explain that she was sent by Tina's father, but Tina now claims she has no daddy. They are interrupted by Nox arriving on a hoverbike, with her entire army following her. Tina throws a rabbit at Nox, which she discards before taking off. The blast weakens the pile of trucks, forcing Lilith and Tina to jump onto another heap, only to slide down to the cold earth. Lilith pulls Tina away before they get crushed by the falling debris. Nox tries to capture them again, but is forced to retreat when Roland arrives in a truck, nearly hitting her hoverbike. Turns out, Tina lied Roland was only gone for 10 minutes to retrieve the vehicle. Krieg, Tina, and Lilith hop into the truck, and Roland drives off, with Claptrap following close behind. Soon, the Red Lance are in pursuit, prompting Krieg to grab Claptrap while Roland speeds up. As the Lance opens fire, Roland hands the wheel to Lilith and uses the truck's mounted weapons to shoot back, taking down several vehicles and hoverbikes. Lilith eventually passes the wheel to Claptrap and joins the fight. Claptrap accidentally makes the vehicle crash into the supports of a bridge, causing it to collapse, though the pursuing enemies drive straight through the wreckage. Unfortunately, the Red Lance catch up, and a rocket hits the truck, forcing Lilith and Roland back inside. Vehicles surround them on all sides, but Roland manages to push one off, causing a chain reaction of crashes among the others. He then drives them through Piercewash Canyon, a place full of smoke and giant beast urine. The Red Lance refuse to follow them, but now they face a giant beast instead. Roland drives as fast as he can, dodging the creature's massive limbs, but the truck gets stuck on the edge of a cliff. The beast looms over them and attacks, but Roland manages to reverse the truck just in time. The Red Lance reappear, surrounding them once more as Nox demands Tina. Roland, thinking quickly, speeds up and shoots the beast, creating a hole in its head. The truck drives through the gap to escape. A little while later, they stop to fix a flat tire. While they wait, Tina explains to Lilith that Roland didn't kidnap her, he saved her. Atlas believes Tina is the daughter of Eridia and wants to use the vault's contents for evil, so the group refuses to open it for him. Roland points his gun at Lilith, accusing her of working for Atlas, but Lilith reminds him that the Red Lance are after her as well, meaning they're on the same side. The group allows her to stay and reveals that they have one of the vault keys, but need a specific scientist to get the other. They head to a city, wearing masks to avoid detection since wanted posters of them are everywhere. They enter a bar owned by Mad Moxie, who used to know Lilith's mother. Roland is recognized by a soldier named Larry, so he distracts the man while Lilith gets the scientist's location and password from Moxie. At first, Larry seems friendly, but soon he reveals that he too wants the bounty on Roland. Before he can act, Moxie tases him unconscious. At that moment, the Red Lance arrive, forcing the group to escape through the back door. They reach an elevator, but when Lilith says the password, it doesn't work. Surprisingly, the elevator activates with Tina's voice. They ascend to a large lab and find Dr. Patricia, who immediately recognizes Lilith. It's clear that Lilith dislikes her and tries to avoid awkwardness by rushing into another room. Patricia follows, attempting to explain herself, but Lilith reminds her that Patricia abandoned her to go vault hunting after her mother died. It turns out Patricia had taken Lilith in after her mother's death and was supposed to take care of her. Patricia tries to explain that she was continuing Lilith's mother's work, but Lilith grows angrier and rushes to the rooftop. Tina soon joins her, explaining that she grew up in a lab. Atlas cloned her using a bit of Eridian blood found inside the key, hoping Tina could open the vault and create super weapons from alien technology. Tina cries, pointing out that after opening the vault, she'll be sent back to the lab. Meanwhile, Claptrap wanders the city streets. Larry spots him and informs Nox, but Claptrap disappears before Nox can catch him. Back at the lab, Patricia informs the group that the other vault key is located in a mine within the dangerous caustic caverns. Just then, Claptrap returns, announcing that they've been spotted. Nox is placing the city under lockdown, so the group escapes by hiding inside a dumpster that is quickly taken out. The next morning, they arrive at the mines and find a seal on the ground. They push Claptrap in first to ensure it's safe, then they all descend. There's a stream of chemical waste from the mining equipment that can destroy everything except the natural crystals in the cave. They send Claptrap through a small tunnel to unlock the door ahead, and then they attempt to cross a very unstable platform, which almost causes Tina to fall. Luckily, they make it to the other side, and Tina is amazed to find a flower, which Claptrap promptly steps on. The group continues through the door, down a tunnel, where they come across the symbol of the Bloodshots, a gang of psychos feared by even other psychos. They find the gang in another room, but realize there are too many to take on directly. Claptrap is sent in as a distraction, and the Bloodshots open fire on him, allowing the group to sneak past unnoticed. As the Bloodshots stop shooting to celebrate their violence, Claptrap manages to escape. After taking another hallway, the group finds a cavern filled with many boxes. Searching for the key seems like it will take forever, but Lilith trusts her instincts and goes straight to a specific box, immediately finding the second key inside. As they prepare to leave, Claptrap starts ejecting all the bullets he was shot with, causing a loud noise that gives away their position. A Red Lance soldier bursts in, and the group fights him off together, but soon more psychos arrive. Roland and Lilith open fire while Krieg engages in hand-to-hand combat. Tina nearly gets caught, but Krieg quickly saves her, and she manages to stab an enemy as well. Despite their teamwork, more psychos keep coming, and their numbers are overwhelming. Lilith knocks over a bunch of boxes to block their path, and the group runs up a staircase as the psychos continue to pursue. Roland stays on the steps, providing cover fire, while Lilith finds a flamethrower and uses it to incinerate many enemies. Tina throws an explosive down the stairs, destroying the steps and preventing the psychos from following as the group escapes. They take a dark tunnel, but are ambushed by psychos wearing glowing masks. They almost capture Tina and Lilith, but a few well-placed shots quickly kill them all. The tunnel leads them to another room filled with even more psychos, sparking yet another battle. This time, Tina gets more involved in the action. At that point, Patricia finally finds her way to the elevator hallway, and the group rushes to block the psychos from pursuing them. Unfortunately, the elevator is broken, so Patricia must work with Claptrap to fix it. As the psychos pour into the hallway, Roland and Krieg step forward to fight them. More psychos approach from another passage, prompting Lilith to rush and close the door, killing a few enemies in the process. However, she loses her gun, and the psychos manage to grab her, attempting to stab her. Luckily, Tina shows up, retrieving the gun and freeing Lilith just in time. Despite their efforts, the door won't hold for long under the continuous pounding from the psychos. In the hallway, Roland orders Krieg to step back, then shoots the pipes, releasing a flood of chemical waste that engulfs their enemies. The team scrambles into the elevator, only to discover another wiring issue Patricia hadn't anticipated. Roland steps out to fix it and urges them to leave without him. As the lift rises, Tina drops him a stuffed rabbit for luck, which Roland hurls at the psychos jumping on him. The elevator blasts through the ground, and the group fears they're about to crash. However, just before impact, they're mysteriously teleported to safety on the ground. Lilith vomits from the sudden transport, while Tina excitedly assumes this was a latent power of hers that she hadn't discovered before. That night, the group makes camp, and Patricia combines the keys, revealing a map showing the location of the vault. The map also bears the symbol of the Firehawk, the Eridian goddess and protector of Pandora. Patricia warns Lilith that opening the vault could potentially kill Tina. Meanwhile, back in the mine, all the psychos lie dead thanks to Roland's rabbit bomb. Roland himself survived by hiding beneath the bodies. Minutes later, Claptrap returns the communication device to Lilith. Without hesitation, she destroys it, but this action triggers the appearance of a drone projecting Atlas's hologram. He explains that the Crimson Lance are on their way and threatens to kill the entire group if Lilith doesn't hand over Tina. He promises to pay Lilith, and this last part is overheard by Tina. Believing that Lilith will betray her, Tina throws a bomb at her, knocking her unconscious. When Lilith wakes up, everyone is gone except for Claptrap, who explains that the group went to an abandoned town nearby. Lilith follows and soon realizes it's her childhood home, sparking memories of the day it was attacked by psychos. Her mother had left Lilith in Patricia's care, staying behind to protect her. Lilith eventually finds her old house and even stumbles upon a childhood drawing of a winged woman. Claptrap inspects it, triggering a recorded message from Lilith's mother. In it, her mother apologizes for sending Lilith away, explaining she had no choice and that Lilith would never be safe on Pandora. The message concludes with Lilith's mother expressing her love and asking Claptrap to help her daughter realize her destiny. With a new sense of purpose, Lilith rushes out to find Tina. Meanwhile, Tina, Krieg, and Patricia arrive at another dig site, searching for the vault. Krieg smashes some debris, revealing the entrance at last. Patricia warns Tina once again that she could die from opening the vault, but Tina refuses to believe it and fits the key into place before stepping onto the designated spot. After a long moment of anticipation, nothing happens. Just then, an illusion covering the area dissipates, and Atlas appears with the Crimson Lance and a horde of psychos under his command. He orders Nox to kill Tina so her parts can be harvested for cloning. Roland leaps into action, opening fire, but Atlas protects himself with a powerful energy shield. Atlas commands Nox to kill everyone, but she hesitates, realizing his true nature. Nox orders her soldiers to stand down, attempting to tell Roland he was right, but before she can finish, Atlas's aircraft vaporizes her with a laser beam. Suddenly, Lilith appears atop the mine and teleports down to the group, revealing that she is the true daughter of Eridia. This is why she had always drawn pictures of the Firehawk and why she could find the key so easily. Atlas promises to let everyone go if Lilith opens the vault, and despite Patricia's warnings, Lilith prepares to do just that. She picks up the key, and a blue glow appears on her arm. She places it down and stands on the designated spot, causing the glow to intensify and raise stones that form a portal. Lilith rises into the air, and the portal's energy engulfs her, burning away her clothes and giving her ethereal wings the form of the Firehawk. With this newfound power, Lilith blasts Atlas with energy, nearly knocking him into a chasm, but he holds on. A giant psycho grabs Tina and throws her into another pit as revenge, but Lilith's power pulls her back to the surface. Tina responds by throwing bombs at the enemy, but Atlas's shield protects him. Another battle begins, with Lilith shielding her comrades with her energy. Claptrap fights fiercely, tossing 2 soldiers into a pit, while Atlas activates his laser to attack Lilith. Each time she tries to recover, he strikes her again with the beam. Lilith retaliates with her powers, but Atlas's force field continues to protect him. Finally, Lilith's wings activate once more, and she flies up to destroy Atlas's aircraft, only to find it protected by the same force field. The impact knocks her out, sending her crashing to the ground and causing her magical shield to disappear from the others. Krieg struggles against the massive psycho while Patricia rushes to revive Lilith. Atlas fires his laser at her again, but Lilith manages to project a shield just in time. Inspired by her courage, Roland fights off more soldiers, and Krieg eventually defeats the giant psycho. With great effort, Lilith reflects the laser back at the aircraft, causing it to explode and crash. The team runs to avoid getting crushed, though some enemies are not so lucky. Lilith rises from the dust with her glowing wings, only to discover that Atlas has captured Tina. Without hesitation, Lilith opens the vault and steps inside with the group. Initially, the vault is dark, but soon it glows with blue light. As Atlas marvels at its power, Lilith teleports behind him, snatching the device that controls his force field. Tina uses the opportunity to knock him out before returning to Lilith, who bids farewell before vanishing with the girl. Atlas is left behind in the vault, where a monstrous creature soon ensnares him with its tendrils, dragging him down into a dark passage. Later, the group returns to the city, joining the celebrations. Fireworks light up the sky, and Tina convinces Lilith to enjoy herself. Lilith makes her wings appear once more and flies up, creating a fiery symbol of the Firehawk in the sky above.